Hi, I'm Cindy Ray Mathiasen, and this is my colleague Jean Wellborn. And we're here today to talk about applying gold leaf, but not just applying gold leaf. We're going to apply it very specifically and precisely to Jean's painting. Jean and I have an upcoming exhibit together beginning in September. And Jean was inspired to paint this painting. And since I do a lot of gold leaf, Jean asked me to teach her how to apply gold leaf to this painting. So that's what we're going to do today. And Jean, would you like to talk about the painting?
Yes, so my collection that I'm showing in September is called Modern Day Venus, and I take different historical art history paintings and I'm inspired by them and I put my own twist on them. So this piece was inspired by the portrait of Adele by Gustav Klimt. So if you look at the original and then compare it to mine, you can kind of see what I took from that piece, what I was inspired by, and how I got to this twisted version of her.
Great. So we're going to start with applying adhesive. And this is adhesive. I buy it in bulk and then transfer it to smaller containers. But it's basically a metal leaf adhesive that you can purchase in any hobby store of your choosing. So we're going to start with that. You will apply a very thin layer and wait about 20 minutes, and that's what we're going to do now. Jean, which part of your painting are you going to apply gold leaf to?
So for this piece, I think I'm going to do her earring cuff up here in the corner. I think it'll be really nice and just draw the eye to that bit of texture up here. Thank you.
So we're going to start. Make sure that you start with a wet brush. Make sure that you start with a wet brush and daub off the excess water so that the adhesive is water-based, but it helps you clean your brushes a little bit easier. So Jean is just applying a very thin layer of adhesive to the earring.
Can I pick up some more?
Yep. And when you're applying a very specific area, make sure that your edges are precise. Gold leaf is picky and it will stick to surfaces that sometimes you don't want it to stick to. But if you're precise with your lines and precise with your placement, you should be okay with removal. So you can see that she's being very precise there. All right, that's great. Are you filming?
I think so.
So now the adhesive has sat for about 20 minutes, and if you touch it lightly, it just feels like tape, kind of. And so, as you know, gold leaf, this is imitation gold leaf, we have a small area that we are going to adhere the gold leaf to. And gold leaf comes sandwiched between tissue paper. And because Jean wants to cut this, the best way to cut shapes with imitation gold leaf or gold leaf is if you leave it sandwiched between the two pieces of tissue paper the way we did here. So you can see that Jean very gently cut a rectangle square out of the gold leaf, and then she pressed it down. We used our wax paper technique that you have seen in my previous video. You take your wax paper and you gently lay it over your piece of gold leaf, and it adheres to the wax paper. And then you have a piece of gold leaf that is completely controllable by you. And so now Jean is going to very gently apply her gold leaf to her area on her painting that she wants to apply the gold leaf to. So she places it over, and she's going to take her finger and rub where the adhesive is. Great job. And then she's going to remove the wax paper. So what is left behind is the excess, and we're going to remove that in just a few minutes. So you want this to sit on there. I would give it a good 20 minutes before you start removing the excess, because you want that adhesive and the gold leaf to really bond together before you start removing the excess. All right, we'll wait 20 minutes. All right, so now we are confident that our gold leaf is and has been sticking to our canvas, and so Jean is going to remove the gold leaf. And I've already instructed Jean to brush kind of away from where she wants that excess to go and towards where her adhesive is will help you so that you're not sticking it to the rest of your canvas. And she's also going to hold a piece of wax paper here, and this will help her catch some of that, because you will find that sometimes gold leaf just has a mind of its own and will stick to parts of your canvas you don't want. So we're going to try to make that not happen, but it's never the end of the world, because you can always paint over the gold leaf. And so once that's removed, the excess is removed, then we're going to shine it up, and then we're going to apply a sealer to the gold leaf, and then that ensures, number one, that it won't tarnish, and number two, that Jean will be able to paint on top of it, embellish this, add anything else that she wants to her painting, and not damage the gold leaf or have it tarnish. Okay, Jean?
Okay.
Here we go.
So just brush up.
Yep. Along your line, very gently. So, as I said, Jean and I are showing together at the Artist Cooperative Gallery in the Old Market in Omaha, Nebraska. Our opening is September 6th at 6 o'clock, and the name of our show is Charmingly Twisted. And I'm very excited because I love the name, I love the word twisted, and I think we're going to have a great show. It's going to be very colorful and fun, and you're going to see a lot of work that you haven't seen before. So we're looking forward to it, and this is going to be a great piece. These edges are coming away just beautifully. Very good. Very clean, nice and neat. We don't have anything sticking where we don't want it. Looks great. The best way to shine up your gold leaf is with a cotton ball. And there's a few little specks of gold leaf, and the cotton ball will take care of that. And we're just going to brush away anything that we see on our canvas as we go along. But we've done just a great job here. And here we go, we're going to shine it up. So this is just a cotton ball from the drugstore. It'll give the gold leaf a nice shiny quality. Jean has a really clean edge here for her shape. I think a couple of things here, because Jean started out with a small piece of gold leaf. Oh, look how great that looks. It has made it easier to remove that excess, and nothing else is sticking to her area. So the next step after you have it down and you've removed your excess is we're going to add that sealer to it. And so this is a Speedball Metal Leaf Mona Lisa brand of sealer. I also use Kamar varnish, spray varnish for a sealer. So anything that seals it will work just fine. This is, where's our little card with our stamp on it?
Over here.
Okay. So we have already applied, this also shows the information of our show, but you can see this square. And we have already applied sealer to this. And so even though this is white sealer, once the sealer is on and it's dry, it's completely clear. And again, then you can paint over it completely. So Jean is going to just show you how to apply a thin layer of sealer. And when you apply your sealer, make sure that you get it on those edges, because anything that air will tarnish this metal leaf, water, acrylic paint will discolor it, so make sure that you completely cover it. So just dip it in, and she's just going to apply a thin layer. And once this is fully dry, and I would give it a good 24 hours of fully drying before you would add any paint to it. Very good. So this is just one small example of how you can embellish your painting. So Jean has just added this one earring, and already it's just like sparkling when I look at it. And as people move their eye around this piece, they're going to land here and think, oh, look, she has a little gold leaf. So you can see how easy it is just to add a little bit of gold. But I mean, we could have done the hair, we could have done every piece of the earring, you could have done this whole background up here in gold as well. And again, it would be the same thing. You're going to apply adhesive, you're going to lay down all your gold leaf and carefully remove your excess. And so there's all sorts of ways to use gold leaf in your paintings.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Come see us in September.
Yeah.